Yeah, I would say probably 6 months, to be honest, where I was consistent in doing those things. And then I just had a click moment after about 6 months where all of that work kind of like, I got it.
Yeah.
I call that a shift point in my coaching, because my business is shift mind body coaching. That
Yeah.
when you get to this point where there's a big shift where you are no longer afraid that your body is hurt, or that your body, there's something wrong. Like your healing exponentially skyrockets after that shift
Wow.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So,
so yeah, 6 months. I would say 3 months. I typically will have clients that see progress within about 3 months. But it's very different for everybody, to be honest.
and it's daily work that they put in.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, I'm 15 minutes a day probably is all that I would expect my clients to start with. I'm very about small, manageable goals. And so, yeah, so even 15 minutes a day over a couple months makes huge, huge difference.
Wow, that's amazing. And so then
Yeah.
the second pillar, tell us about the second
Yes.
second part.
Okay. Second part is emotional awareness and expression.
Uh,
And so most of the clients that I work with, they have come from a home life or childhood, or maybe are in an environment right now where they're not emotionally safe, or they weren't emotionally safe,
mm,
meaning it wasn't safe for them to feel those big emotions like anger and fear.
sure.
And so over time, they learn to bury those or to avoid those.